work to be done, especially on the financial inclusion front. Honorable Governor, the latest FinScope survey for 2023 shows an increase in formal financial inclusion in Tanzania, which is at 76%. This achievement is commendable, and it is our expectation that formal financial inclusion will continue to improve. However, within the banking industry, we recognize that the current banking penetration of 22.2% is a challenge that we all must strive to address. With this banking penetration at 22%, we recognize that there are a number of Tanzanians who would struggle today to access credit, but to also transact or use the benefit of a formal banking system to transact and therefore be able to be included in the formal economic sectors. Therefore, this conference and the theme today is at the right time as we look at increasing banking penetration. Dear Governor, we also recognize that even with the overall financial inclusion, the formal financial inclusion of 76%, there are still groups that are marginalized: women, the youth, and those in rural areas. There is a gap between those in urban areas and those in the rural areas, and there is a gap between men and women when it comes to financial inclusion. The banks in Tanzania have already begun to take proactive steps tailored at these marginalized groups. There are already specific banking products or windows that target women, that target the youth. And we, within the banking industry, will continue to work in line with the national framework for financial inclusion. Dear Governor, through the design of specialized financial products and collaborations with our partners within the banking industry, we look to dedicate more focus to understanding the special needs of these groups and therefore be able to address the gaps that exist today between these groups. We recognize within the banking industry that today we cannot talk of financial services without looking at some of the other players as strategic partners. And therefore, there is great partnerships with the mobile network operators as well as the other fintechs in order to broaden the reach and integration of digital services within our banking ecosystem. Gone are the days where banks saw MNOs or fintechs as competitors, and everyone that speaks of MNOs or fintechs considers these as an integral part of service delivery and financial inclusion going forward. Honorable Governor, the TBA 5-year strategic plan focuses on advocacy, research, analytics, communication, and engagement with our strategic partners as a way of fostering the development and growth of the banking industry. This annual conference is a core part of our advocacy, communication, and engagement with our strategic partners. And therefore, having you here today on the second TBA conference is of immense value to us and our partners. So once again, Governor, thank you for gracing this conference. Distinguished guests, I stood out here to make a few remarks, but mostly to welcome our guest of honor, the Governor of the Central Bank, the Bank of Tanzania. So let me end my remarks by wishing you, the participants and our guests, fruitful meetings, discussions, and engagements during the course of the day today. And it is our hope that this day will contribute to shaping the future of financial inclusion in Tanzania. Dear Governor, thank you for listening, and I'm delighted to welcome you to speak to this audience. Asante sana.
All my hands for the Governor. Ladies and gentlemen, we're truly honored to have him in our presence.
Thank you very much, MC. My brother, TBA Chair, Mr. Tutuba, together with Vice Chair, Mr. Mchangira, Madam Janet Hiza, representative of the Ministry of Finance, to this gathering. Dear brothers and sisters, other government representatives and the regulators. I've seen my brother from TCRA. I'm told there are people from TIRA, CMSCA, FIU, and other regulators, CEOs, and managing directors, and other senior representatives from the banks and the financial institutions, members of the Bank of Tanzania, other staff who are present here today, Madam Tuse, Executive Director of the TBA, and other TBA management staff, invited members of the academia, TAMNOA, private sector, civil society organizations who are present with us today, members of press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, all of you, and a happy new year to you all. Dear TBA members, brothers and sisters, allow me to start by thanking Almighty God for granting us another day and retaining us to the gift of life, good health, and energy, in the absence of which we would not be able to meet here today. I learned good health and energy of the core capital of our careers. Therefore, we always have to be grateful to God for each new day that we see. It is a great honor for me personally to be invited to participate to officiate this important conference organized by Tanzania Bankers Association, bearing a very important theme, which is noted today as a sustaining economic development through financial inclusion. I commend the efforts of TBA and all other stakeholders in organizing this event, and I call upon all of us to use this opportunity wisely to deliberate and propose practical solutions for the attainment of the lives of our people here in Tanzania. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of the conference is timely, particularly at this moment where the economies of most of the countries have been affected by a number of challenges. I believe all of you are aware, and we are remembering how